Today, Jesus fixes his gaze on you and says, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Maybe you stutter and say, I don't know. Maybe you have the reaction of that man who was sharing with me his private audience with John Paul II. He had so many things he wanted to share and ask the Holy Father, but as soon as John Paul II looked into his eyes, he couldn't say a word. Just start crying and bawling, overwhelmed by emotion. Or maybe you can say something like, I want health, I want a better job, I want more money, I want everlasting life. All good things. Maybe it will make your life better, but will it be enough? You know, the disciples, Andrew, and most likely the other one was John, the same John who is writing the gospel, they didn't have such a better answer, because when Jesus turned and said, what are you looking for? They said, Rabbi, where are you staying? Where are you living? Where are you resting? Where are you dwelling? And Jesus has come. You will see. Jesus is inviting to have a direct experience of what it means to be with Him. Not just theory, but a direct experience. Do you think that experience impacted them? John even remembers the time, 4 p.m. If it would have been something bad, you just want to remove that memory from you. Even the time was important for him. So what's that direct experience that all of us want to have? All of us are looking for, so that we can truly change our life. When Pope Francis wrote his Evangelium Gaudium, at some point he says, we live in an era where social media are everywhere. We're all connected. Facebook, Twitter, email, text, you name it, you know better than me. And yet, never man has been so alone and isolated. So what's that direct experience we all look for it can truly change my life? It's love. Being loved. Feeling loved. I mean, if things are without love, nothing makes sense. Nothing has a meaning. I mean, you take love out of the picture, and the expression, God is love, which is so dear to us, it's just some empty words. But if you feel loved, if you are loved, then it's all different. Then I do seek a deeper relationship with Christ. Then I do care for my loved ones. Then maybe I even think of, I want to give my life to Christ. I want to follow Him truly. Maybe I want to join a religious order. Maybe I want to go into the priesthood. Because love makes sense to me. So a legitimate question will be, am I loved? Am I loved? Do I feel loved? Maybe a more challenging question will be, do I make my loved ones feeling loved? My spouse, my children, those who are important in my life, do I make them feel loved? Let me share a story with you. Gino is a man who lives in Rome. When he was a teenager, Mom and Dad were working a lot. They didn't spend much time home. Gino is a good guy, but he just hangs out on the street, and he hangs out with the wrong crowd. So he gets into alcohol and gets into drugs. And to live this lifestyle, he starts stealing and robbing. So he goes in and out jail. One morning, he's in St. Peter and he's looking around, he's searching for tourists and maybe make some extra money from them. And as he's stretching out his hand to grab somebody's purse, another hand comes at his. It's a policeman that was hidden in the crowd. He takes him into the police car, and he checks his identity, and we realize who Gino is, because he knows all his report and all his time in and out of jail. And then something unexpected happens. This policeman starts crying. So sad, seeing a young man wasting his life, wrong choices all the time. And something even more unexpected happens, because as a policeman he says, "This time no jail for you. But I want to meet you at 2:30 in front of your house. I'm going to pick you up, and I want to bring you to a place." And sure enough, Gino, next day, he's there. He was shocked that somebody didn't punish him for that. And he goes to a prayer meeting, and he finds so many people that love him for who he is, didn't ask any question about his past, didn't ask anything. They don't want to know if he's a bad or good guy. They just love him for who he is. Gino feels love for the first time, and Gino changes his life, accepts Christ in his life. How do I know about this story? It was shared one afternoon by one of the guys in charge of a new Catholic association called New Horizon that gives hope to people who had lifestyle like Gino. And the guy who shared the story was Gino himself. A story of redemption, a story where when you feel loved, everything is different. So how can I feel loved by God and by people that are important in my life? That's a great question. And I'm sorry, I cannot give you the answer, though. You need to find the answer yourself, because it's a matter of life, and it's a matter of your own life. You need to find an answer yourself. You know, next week we will hear the same gospel from a different perspective, from Mark's perspective, and maybe it will teach us something different. But today, this week, Jesus is gazing on you. He's fixing his eyes in your eyes, and he's asking you, what are you looking for? Come, and you will see, you will know how beautiful it is to rest in me, how grateful it is to feel loved, to be loved. So please don't drop the ball. Please accept the challenge, and this week find time to answer to this question. This week find time to spend time in silence with the Lord. It's important to find an answer. What are you looking for? It will help you to know yourself better. And if you know yourself better, you will know what to do with yourself.